an actual good video, no TikToks, no RP, but a good video, that's great.
Chat, it's a long video.
Hidden behind Border Patrol vehicles and makeshift tents were hundreds upon hundreds of migrants, all of whom who hopped the U.S.-Mexico border in the past couple of years.
Did he re-upload it then?
It was a shocking sight to see.
Oh, it's part 2. Is it good or not?
All around the world, herded like cattle on the cold desert floor, sitting in silence, awaiting an uncertain future.
Oh, you have a chance or not? It's a good video.
Despite these conditions, spirits are generally high. Because most of these people have traveled days, weeks, and even months just to get here. About 3/4 of them are single males, but there are also many children.
America is at a breaking point with record levels of illegal immigration.
These people's lives are at the center of the national conversation, but they could care less. They've finally made it to the land of opportunity, a nation allegedly founded upon the principles of liberty and radical individuality, where anyone from any walk of life can make something.
It's more open to like left ideas. I feel like
they call them detainees. They've been walking on this road. This road runs for 12 miles, 12 or 13 miles. What it does is it parallels our border fence. On the other side of it, on the Mexican side of it, is Mexican Highway 2. So the cartels have a really easy job. They just bring the people off of Highway 2 and then through the wall. The wall has many of those cuts that I told you about earlier, where they run the people through. And so the immigrants just walk down this road.
Right, so as you guys can probably see right here, that's a group of 5 migrants who just hopped the border, and they're walking directly into Border Patrol custody
to join the seated group of migrants that we just encountered.
So typically when you think of the border, at least me personally, I thought it was like people hop and then try to evade Border Patrol and make their way to a large U.S. city to start a new life. But in this case, you can see they are putting themselves directly in the custody of Border Patrol to begin the asylum-seeking process. Like they're not trying to evade or anything.
You can't claim asylum all the time, though. It has to be a reason for it, right?
Didn't want to go on camera. Normally, agents are not allowed to be interviewed, and all press requests are typically deferred to a public information officer who rarely ever responds. But in this instance, the agent seemed exhausted and eager to tell me what was going on.
No, there's very few of them evading.
How come?
Well, because they allowed them in. They don't evade because they'll let them come in. They'll
Chat, what I'm getting at this, Chat, is that they throw away their ID, allow them in those, right? So they're like basically unidentifiable, right? But since they're in custody of the fucking United States, whatever, now they're their responsibility, right? So now it's like they kind of have to take care of them. Otherwise, it's like, but what do? You can't just fucking send them to die or whatever, right?
They take them up to Phoenix, give them a $3,000
card
and a cell phone, and send them wherever they want to go. You get a court date. You have 2 years to show up in court. That's the reason they give them a phone, because they're saying if they don't give me a phone, I don't know when I'm supposed to go to court. So they give them a phone.
At first, I was confused what the Border Patrol agent meant when he kept referring to they. To the naked eye, it appears that Border Patrol is the one handling and processing the migrants, but they're only the first step in a chain of bureaucratic authority that goes up to the Department of Homeland Security, then finally up to the Department of Justice's Executive Office for Immigration Review, which is more or less controlled by the Biden administration, who've taken a much more open arms approach to immigration after pulling back Title 42 just about a year ago. But despite pushing for more lax border laws in comparison with President Trump,
the wall just got 10 feet taller, believe me.
Biden hasn't done anything to make the process of applying for citizenship any faster. In fact, it still takes between 18 to 24 months to get a response on a citizenship application. And it's actually possible to be denied citizenship if you fail to memorize and regurgitate fun facts about the history of America.
How many amendments does the Constitution have?
It has 27 amendments.
Good. Which group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves?
Africans.
Good. Excellent.
So it makes sense why a lot of migrants, many of whom are facing desperate circumstances, avoid the citizenship application process altogether. I wonder if my great-great-grandparents, who were economic refugees, fled Ireland in the wake of the potato famine, experienced such an arduous process when they arrived to America illegally. Unlike these migrants who arrived at the southern border, my family arrived on boats to Ellis Island 115 years ago. Much like Roberto and Alberto, who we interviewed in our previous episode, Arizona Border Crisis, they found themselves in a strange new land with pennies to their name. They had no particular...
Guys, it's citizenship. You're not a citizen. It's your main place of life or whatever. Guys, I don't think it's a fun fact. It's more about being interested in where you live and showing that you care about where you're going to be. I don't think it's that big of a problem. I think it's more like, it's just kind of strange the way they're doing it. But I don't think it's a problem. Guys, it's like, guys, it's where you're going to be. It's where you dedicate your life to, right? In 2 years, you don't know, like things like kind of basic kind of fundamental knowledge of the country. I mean, I think you just don't care. Then why should you take it in?
But what they did have was the willpower and determination to work as hard as they could, with the hopes of one day providing a brighter future for their family. And it worked. And that's all thanks to Grandpa Jerry, who died 30 years before I was born. I wonder if he was asked who Paul Revere was, or what the Boston Tea Party was all about. Was there a concern back then that these migrants weren't American enough to join our society? Or is that way of thinking a new phenomenon, driven by the paranoia of a white minority?
An analysis of
hold
data from the
Alright.
Brookings Institute projects the number of white Americans will fall below 50% for the first time ever in about 20 years.
Oh my God, no way!
Or perhaps it's less about race and more about the burden of inheriting global poverty.
Can you fucking
when we have
believe that?
so many problems of our own. I guess times have changed.
I can't believe that.
It's not like there was fentanyl or cartels back then. And most immigrants plan to move to America forever, not stack up money here and go back home. I don't have the answers, but I do have a lot of questions. One question in particular. How can we, as Americans, expect to propagandize the entire world with our dream through Hollywood, the music industry, and the testimonies of self-made American billionaires, while simultaneously exploiting the labor, crops, and raw earth materials of developing nations, freezing the economies of our political opponents through trade sanctions, and creating rival drug cartels with our insatiable appetite for cocaine, fentanyl, meth, and heroin, and not expect a global economic refugee crisis at the southern border. But that being said, no matter where you stand on illegal immigration,
not the best
I think
thing of all
we can
time.
all agree that our system, as it currently stands, is broken.
We have a legal process.
Guys, that's a pretty far connection between the two. Guys, that's a pretty intense fucking connection. Chill the fuck out, bro.
For immigrants,
bro.
and it's being done by some, but it takes forever.
Yeah.
You know, so it needs to be sped up for those with skills and those who want to come and build skills and be Americans and be proud to be here and work and better their lives and their families. And the treacherous journey that they have to take across the border and through the desert, you're losing lives that way. And so I just hope in 2024 we can rectify this problem and help those who want to get here legally.
It appeared that all of the migrants who were walking directly into Border Patrol's hands were approaching from a westbound road called Puerto Blanco Drive, a narrow dirt pathway running through the national...
In my opinion, some sort of slippery slope. If you say, oh, dude, since you've done this, you should take all of this and you should expect that. Okay. Some of your private companies operate in other countries for the production. Okay, then enjoy the drugs and the deaths and the booms. Enjoy fucking dying. Enjoy the fucking bonk. Enjoy that. You deserve it. Yo, chill, bro. I think there's some sort of middle ground somewhere. Like, what the fuck?
So
like,
I decided to drive down
if you could
to
justify
see
that,
if I
justify
could
everything
find
then.
some migrants to speak to. First, we see some signage warning us of what's to come.
What?
Truthfully, I don't expect to see much. But as I continue down the road, they seem to be spawning out of thin air from all angles. Most of them in a rush, we're told, because their cartel coyotes told them they had to get to the Border Patrol facility by nightfall in order to be transferred to a larger processing center or dropped off in a major city. But I noticed a group of a few of them walking pretty slowly, so I called them over to the car to see if they want to talk.
How you guys doing? Where are you guys from? Senegal. From Senegal? You're in America. How does it feel? What's the plan?
Traducteur.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you guys tell me about your life in Senegal? How was your life in Senegal? How you guys doing? Welcome to the United States. Where you from, man? Senegal. You guys are all from Senegal?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. You speak any English?
A little.
Oh, cool. So how was your guys' life in Senegal?
The life in Senegal is very, very hard, you know.
Chaos and unrest in Senegal once again. The opposition leader urged supporters to take to the streets to protest against his jail sentence.
The political government is bad. Voilà. Opposition are very difficult to manifest her problem. We are here to get another life for our family, for our people. We are very tired in Senegal. Senegal is very hard. That's why we come here to get another life, you know?
Yeah.
The American people is a good people.
Yeah.
Donc, they are democracy. They are good life, you know.
What kind of work do you want to do?
Me? I was a soldier in Senegal. I do two years in the army, you know. After my 2 years, I was a security private, you know. In
Security?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Security private.
So you're going to look for a security job?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, well, best of luck, man. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Hope everything goes well.
Okay.
See you guys later. See you, man.
Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, see you guys.
Bye, guys.
After stopping to speak for a bit, the group of Senegalese men headed westbound toward the Border Patrol facility. We, however, kept driving. As you continue to drive along the border wall, you can see people popping out from under the wall in a specific part of the fence that's being guarded by an SUV on the Mexican side. Nearby, I see a group of mothers and children who appear to have recently just crossed the wall. They tell me they're migrants from Michoacan. The mother of these children, who personally financed their trip, says she's willing to talk to me.
Mi pregunta es, ¿cómo fue tu vida en México?
Pues muy cruel, hay muchos asaltos, matación, todo eso.
¿Es muy pobre?
Sí,
¿Por qué quieres ir a los Estados Unidos?
porque como le comenté, estamos huyendo de la delincuencia y para un futuro para mis hijos.
¿Qué quieres para tus hijos?
Pues que estudien allá.
¿Hoy es tu primera vez en los Estados Unidos?
Sí, es
Sí.
la primera vez.
¿Y qué piensas?
Pues que pues echarle ganas con mis hijos y
Sí.
sacarlos adelante y no, pues sacarlos de la violencia.
¿Hay mucha violencia?
Sí, mucha. Por la gente que andan pues así, como robando, quitando a los niños y todo.
¿Pero es peligrosa para los niños también?
Sí, es peligroso.
¿Qué tipo de trabajo prefieres?
Pues yo dependiendo de un trabajo que sea honrado y todo.
¿Y tienes planes para asilo?
Sí, tengo para eso vengo, para que me den apoyo.
¿Qué significa asilo?
Pues que ayudan a las personas con los niños que vienen de México para acá.
¿Es un proceso fácil?
Pues yo digo que sí.
¿Y vas a sola hablar con la migra y decir yo tengo problemas en mi país?
Sí, así es.
Sí. ¿Tienes una ciudad que quieres ir?
Is this all her children?
California. ¿Qué ciudad en California?
Victorville.
Guys, hold on.
Ajá.
¿Tienes familia en Victorville?
Wait.
Sí.
How many is that?
Guys, hold on.
Ajá.
Ten?
¿Tienes familia en Victorville?
Sí.
Chat.
Maybe 11.
If it takes 1 year to spawn one in, and you have 12, and then the young is like 5, isn't the oldest gonna be like 17?
Mm-hmm.
¿Fue tan caro la viaje?
Sí, fue caro.
¿Cuánto?
10,000.
10,000 para cada persona o todo?
Para los viajes y más aparte que nos piden. 12.
12.
I'm making sense in you.
Necesitas trabajar para un año para eso, ¿sí?
Sí,
¿Y tienes miedo de deportar?
pues sí tengo.
Sí. Pero no sabes ahora si eso es en tu futuro.
Pues no sé. Dependiendo ya de que esté allá con la migra, ellos deciden.
¿Qué piensas sobre la migra?
Pues yo pienso que nos van a ayudar, ¿no? Para eso vamos. Que ojalá nos ayude.
Cuando tú fuiste joven, ¿tienes sueños de los Estados Unidos?
Pues sí tengo sueño.
¿Por qué?
Pues porque pues dicen que hay mucho trabajo bien y todo.
¿Piensas que todas las personas en México quieren ir aquí?
Yo digo que sí.
Okay. ¿Qué piensas? Ok, muchas gracias. Hasta luego. Sí.
Midway through my shoot, I had an interesting revelation. It seemed that almost every migrant of Latin American descent, particularly Mexican, that I talked to, said they were leaving their hometown because of threats from gangs or being kidnapped by the cartel. In our previous episode, Arizona border crisis.
Yo, they start being weird. They start being weird. Yeah, there is a lot of work, and yeah, there is a lot of jobs, and yeah, a lot of fucking privileged fucking American Andes. Unfortunately, they don't want to fucking do those fucking jobs, man. If people don't, there is a, what the fuck are you on about? There's a fucking ass fuck ton. People don't want to do shit, motherfucker. Have you ever hired people, dude? You guys live in some sort of fucking, some sort of bubble, motherfucker. What is on you?
We spoke to two different migrants, Alberto and Roberto, who reported similar stories.
Dude, with their conditions and some of their place of work and what they are used to in their country, you know how hardworking some of these folks are? They're incredibly fucking hardworking. They're incredibly disciplined. It's ridiculous, dude. And the fact that you're like, oh, dude, oh yeah, oh sure, work, dude. Yeah, some of the shit that you won't fucking do, motherfucker. What the fuck is on you?
Por los carteles nos sacaron. Sacaron de las casas.
¿Qué ciudad de México vives?
En Veracruz, es que gobierna el cártel de Jalisco.
Sí.
Sí, pues te piden cuota y como si no tienes dinero, ¿de dónde les vas a dar?
Sí.
Y pues te sacan de tus casas.
Que somos el grupo Matacetas.
Y estamos amenazados que no podemos regresar.
Hay mucho movimiento de eso de las drogas y todo.
Sí.
Muy feo.
However, many locals and law enforcement personnel believe...
Listen, chat, guys, I know chat, you may say, oh yeah, I'm privileged, whatever. Guys, I've had a lot of rentals and a lot of houses in LA, whatever, chat, and I hired a bunch of people for a lot of shit. Like, guys, I'm talking like in total over the years, chat, like hundreds of people that did like fucking landscaping and construction jobs and something. One time my roof broke a bunch of times. And I remember, dude, these guys, like, they went so fucking hard. They're insane, dude. And then, dude, I give like a fucking $100 tip, $200 bro. They're like so. It was like something else, man. It was something else, bro. These are very hard working.
They're being disingenuous when they make these sorts of claims. Because applying for asylum requires the proof of persecution or imminent danger. During the asylum-seeking process, it's typically not enough to declare that you're simply poor and looking for a better life elsewhere. You have to provide ample justification that it's actually dangerous for you to stay in your hometown or your home country. And even then, many claims are rejected. And so claiming that the cartel is personally after you is a really easy way to be granted asylum, especially because there's no real intelligence apparatus to confirm or deny the authenticity of this threat. The concerned citizen of mysterious origin who we met at the Arizona border last episode claims that cartel coyotes that control the human smuggling route around the Lukeville Gringo Pass area are coaching these migrants in how to...
Just wash my hands. Some of them do it right, though. Let me understand, like, yeah, it's not all like that, you know? Like, yeah, there are bad apples, but like, some of them do it right, yeah? And it's not like, oh, dude, these guys, it's just fucking drug and violence.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, like, chill, bro. It's not all like that.
To explain themselves to press and
border patrol agents.
The cartel or somebody is coaching them because they virtually say the same thing. Oh, that their lives are in danger from gangs in these areas, and they've been threatened with kidnapping. And we've even found a notebook that had those kind of answers written down as if the person was rehearsing these statements to say when they were, when they confronted the Border Patrol.
To be honest, this made perfect sense to me. I'm not for a second dismissing that narco violence has had a significantly negative impact on the civilian population of Mexico, especially in places like Ciudad Juarez, where hundreds of women have been found murdered for no apparent reason. But I found it difficult to believe that cartels were systematically kidnapping local children in their own communities and squeezing their non-affiliated, already struggling parents for ransom pesos. It seemed like they had bigger fish to fry, like supplying the open-air trank market of Philadelphia or the fentanyl market of San Francisco. That being said, even if these migrants were lying or at least greatly exaggerating the cartel threat, they've still gone to extreme lengths to reach the United States. So their situation back home was obviously pretty hopeless. If anything, it's more sad that they have to present their situation in this way in order to be able to engage our immigration courts. However, some...
Guys, if they do it right though, Chad, is there another way to be able to achieve that legitimately and do it right? Like if you want to do it the correct way, does that work? Or they have to do it because it never works?
Some people, like the gentleman we interviewed, believe even the poverty they claim to come from is also a lie.
The part that alarms me, what you used to see, 10 years ago, you would find these cheap Chinese-made camouflage backpacks.
What?
That were purchased by the crossers in these border towns. And they would get across the border, the backpacks would invariably break or something like that. Now we're finding these Louis Vuitton leather backpacks. We found one just the other day that was lying on the ground. We opened it up. In the top compartment, there was a bottle of cologne and a UCB-C cord. Neck pillows. This is a different demographic completely.
I decided to walk through the Sonoran Desert to see if what the man would.
Wait, dude. Okay, you can say designer shit is dog shit, and you're right? But at least the build quality is usually really fucking strong. Why do you think they're broken? Because they're fucking.
Dude, the fucking sound effects, man.
If they're fucking broken down and shit like it, because they're just fakes. They're just replicas that are worth like $4.
Was saying
what
was
the
true
fuck?
by inspecting backpacks left behind by migrants.
You guys, guess what it is? USB-C charger. Staying fresh.
Another luxury item.
Yeah, this is it's kind of like a passport. It's an international certificate of vaccination.
Stamped
like
a lifestyle.
the Republic of Guinea. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, and lo and behold, the aforementioned, totally authentic Gucci slipper. We spoke to this gentleman earlier, if you guys remembered, who mentioned that these migrants, unlike the old migrants, are bringing like luxury items like Gucci purses, Louis Vuitton flip-flops.
Louis Vuitton!
Prada bags and stuff like that. And so as you can see here, someone has left behind a Gucci slipper, but as you can see, it's not actually Gucci. It says on the heel right here, Zaza. Obviously, American
Zaza. No, I love those.
Zaza. Where's Zaza?
Where's Zaza?
Zaza.
No, hold on, nigga. Zaza.
Zaza is the best weed in Florida. Best weed everywhere. Come on now. We don't bullshit.
But internationally, I would assume it is a variant knockoff of Gucci with the pattern, which leads to another theme, which is the mass production of knockoff luxury and designer goods in the third world. I don't know if you guys have been to Vietnam or Nigeria before, but places fucking Gucci down.
Another thing I noticed along the border fence were blue flags and water stations that were placed every quarter mile on the way toward the Border Patrol facility.
Yes, as you guys can see, pretty much all along the border fence, like this entire way, every quarter mile or so, you'll see these giant blue flags. I'm not sure who puts them there, but they're basically what I'm assuming to be emergency medical services. They have like a giant thing of water right here. So if you want to get some water, you can obviously get some water and shit. They have cups here.
Upon further research, these tanks of water and flags are left behind by Humane Borders, aka Fronteras Compasivas, an Arizona-based nonprofit that sets up hundreds of water stations along the border to provide hydration to migrants, which in the summertime, as temperatures can rise to above 120 degrees in the desert, can be a matter of life or death.
People dying out in the desert. They were dying because they didn't have any water.
Yeah, so and believe it or not, if they die on your side of the fucking border, dude, it's your responsibility. These are like your deads, and dude, I hate to say it, dude, but fucking, yeah, it is. If somebody dies on your soil, that's your responsibility, literally. I'm pretty sure I'm correct about this. Yeah, it is.
Another article.
It takes money to remove and shit.
2 people dying because they didn't have any water. So the third day, there was a mother and a daughter that died out here in the desert because they didn't have water. So I got pissed off. I said, I have to do something 7 days a week. We're out here in the field putting out water for the migrants.
If you're interested in donating, please go to humaneborders.org/donate. Last year alone, nearly 100...
Because if somebody jumps the border and dies right there, what do you think the U.S. does? They say, guys, this is a call out on Discord, guys. Whose body is this? Come pick him up. You got 24 hours. Guys, what the fuck do you think they do?
100 migrants died crossing the border in that 5-mile section where we filmed this video. And the sheer number of migrant deaths that occur in the Arizona desert as a whole, solely as a result of dehydration, is staggering. This in mind, 75% of migrant deaths happen in the summer months. So it's no surprise the winter months of December and January see the highest migrant traffic by a large margin.
What's up, right there?
Not much.
Where are you coming from?
Yeah, I'm from West Africa.
Oh, shit.
From Guinea, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no easy ball. Yeah, by God and power, you know? Respect.
How long has your journey been so far?
Oh, though. Nothing to say. That's fucked up, though.
How'd you get to Mexico?
Oh, yeah, so So let me drink a lot of water fresh. After that, so we can talk, okay?
You want some water?
Yeah.
We got some, brother. We got some. How long ago did you leave Guinea?
It's been a 2 week. I live
Okay.
in Guinea.
Guinea.
After Guinea, so Senegal, Dakar, to take to the plane to go Istanbul, 28 hours to escort. Then Istanbul to Bogota, Bogota, San Salvador, Nicaragua. So you pick up the car to go to the borderline to Nicaragua and on.
Chad, this is why claiming asylum doesn't really make sense at this point, right? Because with all the travels, all the options that are happening, you're bound to find another asylum country before getting all the way out. That's why it doesn't really make sense, because there are a lot of other countries that are also open for asylum and can help, whatever, but then they do all this, and go to America. Like, does that make sense?
Honduras, you know, then you go to immigration Honduras just to take one paper, you know. Then take a bus, Honduras, Guatemala,
Oh!
Mexico.
No, you're right,
Mexico,
chat.
the cap is...
Oh, no, good cope, chat. Got it, man. The plane was locked in. The ticket was one way. They found him. It goes nowhere else but those places. They have to go on that route. They're stuck on the flight path. They cannot get off of it. It's locked in.
Mexico is fucked up, though.
The cops.
It's a bug.
My bro.
It's a scuff. It's
Like the
getting
Mexican
fixed
border
now.
patrol.
Mexican boy, Joe, I spending $5,000.
They extorted you.
Yeah, though. The guy is take me my watch, my heart, in my airport, you know, because I don't have the money, man, you know, in my pocket. I use my car, my bank, my car bank, you know.
So you finally made it to Mexico, and then what happened?
Then finally in Mexico, we take one bus to go Chapachula. Chapachula is too far. Then, Chapachula, we take one bus again to continue Arriaga. Arriaga again, we take a taxi, the yellow car, then bike, horse, to the 3 cycles bike. After that, Xujitan. Then after Xujitan, Mexico City. Mexico City, we go to the bus station to buy a ticket. Right, we take a bus again, 1,070 miles.
From bus in Mexico City.
Exactly, yeah.
340 pesos.
For all that?
Right? That's value.
Mexico City.
That's value, bro.
2,070 miles.
And
What?
you ended up near here.
2 days in the bus. You
That's
know,
20.
then when I arrived there, so I make it 2 days because I met the Spanish, the Mexican girl, and to the bus station. She got so much love for me, bro. Yeah, she followed me, and that's the first, to the first meet. This is the Mexico bus station. You know her baby. Yeah, just to drink 1 beers again, though. You know, it's popping. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Dude, it's just showing off right now, bro.
I did that.
Back. It's not easy, but thank God.
So what's your plan now, bro?
Is my plan to the next episode.
Yeah.
After these things, but difficult to explain it. But that's in God power.
As the sun
Bro
began to
spawns
set
in from
and
a
darkness
completely different
approached,
server.
we figured it was safer to go
No, I
back to the
can't.
Border Patrol facility. When we returned, migrant population had doubled, and spirits were considerably lower than they were in the early afternoon when we first arrived.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Tienes hambre? ¿A dónde eres?
I wouldn't again for some chat advice.
De Guatemala.
Sí.
Sí.
¿Estás bien?
Sí.
¿Qué pasa, mi amigo?
He's
Tengo
ulting.
hambre.
Sí.
Sí.
¿Cómo fue tu viaje?
Está mal. Estoy muriendo de hambre. Solo agua no saben nada.
¿Quieres comida?
Sí.
Okay, yo tengo. Yes, we have food in the car, right?
Damn, it worked.
Sí. ¿Qué es tu nombre, amigo?
Miguel Yat.
¿Qué?
Miguel Yat. Miguel Yat.
¿Cuántos años tienes?
Tengo 34.
Guys, oh no,
¿Tienes
oh
hijas?
no, oh no.
Sí, tengo.
Because I can always see the fucking TikToks, dude. they're gonna come on this shit, dude. They're gonna bring their like plinko gambling machines or whatever the fuck. But they play the game and then they get like a fucking bottle of water or a fucking sack of rice. Oh no, I can always see it, dude.
Tengo 4, son 6 mis hijos, 3 varones y 3 mujeres.
¿Y ellos viven en Guatemala?
Sí, vivo en Guatemala. Sí.
¿Y por qué viajes a los Estados Unidos?
Pues es que allá no tengo terreno, no
I
tengo
think
casa
offensive, bro.
donde
If
vivir.
you know about the Hunger Games, you know.
Por esa razón tengo que viajar, bro. Sí, pero tengo que esperar la voluntad de Dios. Sí.
¿Crees en Dios?
Sí, soy cristiano.
Sí. ¿Católico o no?
No, soy evangélico. Sí, soy evangélico.
¿Y qué quieres hacer aquí en los Estados Unidos?
Quiero superar, sacar adelante mi familia.
¿Quieres trabajar?
Sí, quiero trabajar.
¿Qué tipo de trabajo quieres
Lo que
hacer?
sea, lo que caiga, yo rasque mi vida. Sí.
¿Tienes una ciudad que quieres ir o no?
Lo que sea. Sí. O mi cuñada me va a encontrar allá en Estados Unidos. Sí.
¿O es tu primera vez en los Estados
Es mi
Unidos?
primera vez.
¿Qué piensas?
Sí. Sí, estoy pensando en viajar, pero lamentablemente salió muy mal el viaje. Va.
¿Qué lo pasó en el viaje?
Pues mire, cuántos días ya llevo un mes de venir acá y pasando en los bodegos y así está pasando también. Y aquí no hay comida, no hay nada. Sí.
¿Cuántos días fue tu viaje?
30 días. Ya lleva 30 días ahorita, un mes cabal.
¿Fue caro?
Sí. Sí.
¿Cuánto cuesta para todo?
¿Cómo así?
¿Cuánto cuesta para usted viajar?
Como 100,000. Sí, 100,000 me están cobrando. Sí. Y como para pagar eso, si no me voy.
¿Fue peligroso?
Sí, fue peligroso.
¿Por qué?
Porque nos venimos escondidos.
Chat, guys, I'm gonna go to GG chat. Guys, I'm getting ADG chat. I wanna go to some RP, to be honest.
¿Sientes que la gente americana está bien?
Guys, I'm still in the middle chat.
Bien, pero no, pongamos uno, si va a encontrar uno, lo matan porque no lo conozca uno.
Midway through my interview with Miguel Yate, I began to put two and two together. When Miguel referred to having to hide a lot while crossing the border, he wasn't referring to coyotes. He may have been referring to one of the many civilian border militias that often lurk the perimeter of the border fence.
The local sheriff does not welcome their presence on Arizona's border with Mexico. From their presence.
Hey, there's no mag in there.
On Arizona's border with Mexico, but they say they're not breaking the law.
In many documented cases, these militia groups are alleged to have opened fire indiscriminately on migrants crossing the border fence illegally.
Sí.
¿Tienes familia o amigos aquí?
No, no tengo. Vengo solo. No tengo nada.
¿Solo?
Solo vengo.
¿Vas a hacer asilo político?
Sí.
¿Es fácil para hacer eso?
Pues no sé, Dios. Me concedo un trabajo, va. Me voy con usted. Necesito recuperar mi familia, más seguro.
¿Tienes una esposa?
Sí, tengo. Sí, por eso tengo que salir.
¿Qué tipos de trabajo te gustan?
Pues lo que hay yo voy a trabajar. Lo que sea, sí, voy a hacer.
¿Puedes hablar inglés?
No puedo. No, solo español.
Pero puedes decir cosas como hello en inglés, ¿sí?
Puede ser, sí, aprendiendo.
¿Hay mucha gente de pobreza en Guatemala?
Bien hay.
¿Y cuando tú fue joven fue pobreza también?
Sí, pobreza. No tengo casa, no tengo terreno. Es la misma. Por eso tengo que ir a ganar dinero para superar mi familia.
¿Dónde vive tu familia ahora? ¿En una casa?
Pues en un...
Oh, chat, guys. I'm over it. It's long video.
Given the amount of people I saw gathered nearby. So I figured the best place to continue doing interviews was actually inline.
It's too long,
Border
man.
Patrol agents were checking migrants' passports and
Yeah,
photographing
30
them
minutes
for
too long.
documentation
It's too long.
purposes. Despite a gentleman's earlier claim that we have no idea who these people are because they...
Yeah, I was a bit later. Yeah, true. Guys, I wasn't even making a weird comment earlier. Look. It's this shit. Guys, people who take advantage of fucking people's like fucking hunger and shit, and they make videos where they fucking make them like challenges for fucking food and shit, dude. But
oh. Oh man. Nutty biscuits, chocolate cookies, and Lush jelly. No water.
like, what the fuck? Oh wait, hold on. This thing looks good. Oh my god!
Oh. 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 No water. You want some water, man? Yeah, you want some water.
Shahanuron noodles, nutty biscuits, and just jelly.
No water.
No water, no liquid, just fucking this dry food. Are you kidding me? Oh, dude, hold on.
Oh, water! Damn. This is so bad.
Oh! Wait, hold on!
He's gonna miss them all. Yeah, he's gonna miss them all.
Rahul on wafer and chocolate cookies.
RP.
Guys, I'm watching the video, man. Dude, guys, Chad is saying some dumb shit. I'm reading it, dude. I watch the video. I know what you want from me. Guys,
no.
It's so dystopian. It's so like.
He laughed at it. He laughed at it.
I don't know what you want from me. It's just so stupid.